Coming to the second option, to attain the stable configuration of noble gas neon by accepting one by one all the 4 electrons in the valence shell. Now, if carbon accepts 4 more electrons from other elements, its electronic configuration will become same as neon, that is 2,8. So what are the various hurdles that will come in order to achieve the electronic configuration of neon? In this method, the net negative charge on the carbon atom goes on increasing while accepting every new electron. Therefore, more energy is required for accepting the next electron by overcoming the increasing repulsive force, making the task more and more difficult. Now here, it will so happen that the net negative charge on the carbon atom will go on increasing because one by one electrons are being added to the outermost shell. It has to go up till 8 in order to achieve the electronic configuration of neon. So negative charge over it will go on increasing, and therefore more energy will be required for accepting the next electron by overcoming the increasing repulsive force. Now in this case, it will so happen that the number of protons remain the same, but the number of electrons go on increasing in the outermost shell. So the nuclear force is not sufficient to attract an electron from outside and accommodate it into the outermost shell. Moreover, as more and more electrons get added to the outermost shell, the repulsive force also goes on increasing because here we are increasing the number of electrons, and it's difficult to attract an electron because both are negatively charged and like charges repel each other, and therefore more energy will be required for accepting electron by overcoming the increasing repulsive force. So I hope you understand both the reasons. One is the nuclear force is not sufficient to attract an electron from outside because number of negative charges are increasing, and secondly because the negative charges are increasing or number of electrons in the outermost shell are increasing, it becomes difficult to attract an electron from outside because of the repulsive forces between electrons. Moreover, carbon 4 minus anion, that is a negatively charged ion, ultimately formed would be unstable in spite of its noble gas configuration, as it would have a small size with high net charge, making it difficult for the nuclear charge +6 to hold 10 electrons around it. So this carbon 4 minus anion, it will become 4 minus because negative charge over it has increased by 4 now. Since the atom has accepted 4 electrons, so it will develop 4 negative charges over it. So there will be a formation of carbon 4 minus anion, and this will be extremely unstable because of the small size, and this net negative charge over it will make it difficult for the nuclear charge of +6. +6 is the number of protons because neutrons are neutral. So total nuclear charges on account of protons, that is +6, to hold 10 electrons around it. So by accepting 4, the total number of electrons will become 10, and it will be difficult for the 6 protons to hold the 10 electrons. Therefore, carbon atom does not take this route to attain a noble gas configuration. Coming to the third option before carbon to attain the state of stability, to attain the configuration of neon by sharing 4 electrons of valence shell with 4 valence electrons of other atoms. So the third option before carbon is to achieve the electronic configuration of neon, that is 2,8, by sharing 4 electrons. It will share 4 electrons from its valence shell with 4 electrons of some other atoms. And those 4 electrons will be the valence electrons of other atoms. In this method, 2 atoms share valence electrons with each other. Valence shells of both the atoms overlap and accommodate the shared electrons. So in this, it will so happen that carbon will share its 4 electrons and some another atom or atoms will share their 4 electrons with carbon. And these electrons will be a common property of both the atoms. So these electrons will be accommodated into the valence shell of both the atoms, and the valence shell will even overlap one another and they will accommodate all the shared electrons. As a result, both the atoms attain a noble gas configuration without generating any net charge on them, which means that the atoms remain electrically neutral. So carbon selects those atoms which also need to establish a duplet or an octet in their valence shell and become stable. So carbon forms a bond with such elements by sharing its 4 electrons with them. And as a result, both the atoms attain the electronic configuration to the nearest noble gas, and there is no development of charges in this case because the electrons are common property of both the elements. And hence there is no development of charges. Hence no ions are going to be formed in case of organic compounds. And hence they are going to remain electrically neutral. And hence we say that organic compounds, they are bad conductors of electricity because there are no charges on them. Since there are no charges, they are going to be bad conductors, and as there will be no formation of ions. Due to these factors, atoms attain stability. Therefore, carbon atom adopts this route to attain a noble gas configuration. So it is through this method that carbon is going to establish octet in its outermost state, and it will achieve the electronic configuration to neon and become stable. That is by sharing of electrons. So the chemical bond formed by sharing of valence electrons between two atoms is called as a covalent bond. So here we are going to study about covalent bond, and a covalent bond is formed due to sharing of valence electrons between two atoms. So we have accordingly various types of covalent bonds, that is a single bond, double bond and a triple bond. If there is only one pair of electron that is being shared between two atoms, it is called as a single bond. If two pairs of electrons are being shared between two atoms, it is called as a double bond. And if three pairs of electrons are being shared between two atoms, it is called as a triple bond. So these are the three types of covalent bonds, and we have to study some examples of covalent bonds. We are going to study the representation of a covalent bond, and there are certain rules that need to be followed. So here are the rules for drawing the diagram for a covalent bond formation between atoms. The first one, a covalent bond is represented by drawing an electron dot structure. So here we indicate the number of electrons in the valence shell with the help of dots. So it is called as a dot structure. In this method, a circle is drawn around the atomic symbol, and each of the valence electrons is indicated by dot or a cross. So there is a small circle that is drawn around the symbol of the atom, and the electrons in the valence shell are shown, and they can be shown with a dot or they can even be shown with a cross. The covalent bond formed between the atoms is indicated by showing the circles around the atomic symbols crossing each other. So wherever you are showing the formation of covalent bond between the two atoms, you have to draw two circles which are overlapping one another, and you have to show the shared electrons in that particular area where the overlapping is done. The shared electrons are shown in the overlapping region of the two circles by dot or cross. The electron dot structure is also drawn without showing the circle. So there is another method in which we can draw the covalent bond. We can show it in another way also. One pair of shared electrons constitutes one covalent bond. So we had studied earlier that one pair of electron, if it is being shared between two atoms, it is called as a single bond, and only one pair of shared electron is present. Similarly, if two pairs are present, it is double bond, and if three pairs of electrons are shared, it is a triple covalent bond. A covalent bond is also represented by a small line joining the symbols of the two atoms. The line structure is also called structural formula. So covalent bond can be even represented by showing a small line. If there is only one line between two atoms, it indicates it's a single bond. If there are two lines between the two atoms, it's a double bond. And if there are three lines between the two atoms between which the sharing has taken place, it is called as a triple bond. So all this and more we will be learning in the next class, and till then you must read the lesson. 3 pages approximately we have covered, and you must read them so that when the covalent bond formation is being shown, you will understand it easily. So we shall continue the lesson tomorrow. Thank you.